41,000 years ago, Earth's magnetic shield collapse and human survival. 41,000 years ago, Earth's magnetic shield took a dramatic hit, and the consequences were nothing short of extraordinary. This story is a fascinating glimpse into our planet's past and the impact it had on human behavior. The Laschamps Excursion, a magnetic field meltdown. Imagine a time when Earth's magnetic field, our protective shield against the harsh cosmic elements, weakened by an astonishing 90%. This event, known as the Laschamps Excursion, left our atmosphere vulnerable to the relentless solar winds and cosmic radiation. It was a dipole collapse, a unique phenomenon where the magnetic field fragmented into multiple weak mini-poles, unlike the typical pole reversals we know. The cosmic show and its effects. The breakdown of the magnetosphere resulted in a spectacular light show, dazzling auroras visible far beyond the polar regions. But it also meant that life on Earth was exposed to higher levels of ultraviolet radiation. This environmental shift is backed by paleomagnetic and cosmogenic isotope data. But the real revelation comes from connecting these cosmic events to the archaeological record. Unraveling the archaeological evidence. A team of archaeologists and geophysicists delved into the past, focusing on Europe where the geomagnetic weakening had the strongest impact. They found intriguing clues in the form of increased cave habitation, more intricate clothing adaptations, and extensive use of ochre. Caves, with their natural UV protection, became safe havens for prehistoric humans and Neanderthals. The archaeological layers revealed tailored clothing made from animal hides, stitched with bone needles, a clear sign of adapting to radiation stress. The use of ochre, possibly as an early sunscreen, further supports this theory. A new perspective on early humans. While direct proof of radiation-driven behavior is hard to come by, the alignment of timing, geographic distribution, and adaptive responses strongly suggests a causal link. This paints a resilient picture of early Homo sapiens, not just as tool users, but as survivors of a planetary space weather crisis. The fate of humans and Neanderthals. At the time of the Laschamps Excursion, modern humans and Neanderthals shared parts of Europe. Their survival strategies in the face of this environmental stressor might have been quite different. While it's not claimed that the magnetic field collapse directly caused Neanderthal extinction, it raises an intriguing question. Could space weather have influenced the evolutionary scale? The archaeological record hints that Homo sapiens had a more flexible approach to environmental adaptation, relying on cultural innovation and cooperative behavior. Neanderthals, on the other hand, might have had a narrower ecological range, making them more susceptible to the subtle yet sustained environmental changes. A stressful environment in human evolution. This story doesn't point to a single catastrophic event, but rather a challenging environment where radiation, climate variability, and intergroup competition combine to shape human evolution. The Laschamps Excursion could have acted as a stress multiplier, intensifying existing challenges and favoring adaptability. The power of interdisciplinary research. What makes this study so remarkable is its interdisciplinary nature. By combining archaeological and geophysical expertise, researchers have shown that geomagnetic instability, once seen as a planetary concern, can be a key driver of human behavior. Moreover, understanding how ancient populations adapted to space weather provides valuable insights into modern vulnerabilities. In an age where we rely heavily on satellites and electronic systems, studying early human resilience to solar threats can help us prepare for future geomagnetic disturbances. Space weather influenced human behavior 41,000 years ago. Did you know that space weather 41,000 years ago could have shaped human history? A surprising collaboration between an archaeologist and two geophysicists has uncovered a fascinating link between Earth's magnetic field and ancient human behavior. This discovery challenges our understanding of how early humans adapted to environmental changes. But here's where it gets controversial. What if the same forces that now threaten our satellites and power grids also influenced how our ancestors lived? The story begins with the Laschamps Excursion, a brief but intense event when Earth's magnetic field nearly collapsed. At this time, the planet's magnetic poles wandered erratically, and the protective shield around Earth weakened dramatically. Instead of acting like a stable bar magnet, the magnetic field fractured into multiple weak poles, leaving the planet vulnerable to solar storms. Imagine a world where the skies shimmered with auroras not near the poles, but across the equator. And imagine a time when harmful solar radiation reached the surface in levels far higher than today. These were the conditions during the Laschamps Excursion, and researchers are now asking, could these cosmic changes have affected how people lived? The answer, according to recent research, is yes. Archaeologists and geophysicists working together found evidence that ancient humans may have responded to these changes. For example, increased UV radiation could have led to behaviors like seeking shelter in caves, or using ochre-based sunscreen to protect their skin. In Europe, where the effects of the excursion were most pronounced, these practices appear to have become more common. However, this isn't just about survival. The study also highlights how interdisciplinary collaboration can reveal hidden connections. Geophysicists, who typically focus on large-scale data, now see the human impact of space weather, while archaeologists gain new tools to interpret environmental shifts. This partnership shows that even invisible forces, like Earth's magnetic field, can shape the course of human history. And this is the part most people miss. Space weather isn't just a problem for satellites. It's a force that has influenced life on Earth for millennia. As the researchers note, understanding how ancient humans adapted to such events could help us prepare for future challenges. After all, the Earth's magnetic field has changed before, and it will again. The question is, will we be ready? What do you think? Did ancient space weather really shape human behavior? Or is this just a theory? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because sometimes the answers we seek are far beyond our planet.